welcome back to Ratchet Clank. I know it's been a bit, at least between recording sessions, but let's just say the Lombax and the robot are going to be at odds with each other, specifically the Lombax. So yeah, now we're in Battalia. We've been in Battalia for a video now, but we got places to go, and of course, well, we gotta follow our rainbow, or in this case, follow wherever the Devastator takes us. So, yeah. There are 2 skill points here that we cannot get yet, but unfortunately one of those skill points is going to suck majorly. So yeah, the Devastator is our rocket launcher, and can even home in on opponents, but I'm going to say this right now, the Devastator is going to get, well, outclassed. So, let's equip the Trespasser and, well, Trespass. So, usually I never whip out a guide for these. I kind of just brute force these until I can figure out, okay, this is where everything goes. Now, given it's Insomniac, you can probably tell why they would also implement such puzzles into games like Spider-Man. Like, maybe I'll just get the original PlayStation 4 version of Spider-Man, the non-remastered version, in case I really wanted to have another Spider-Man game to platinum. Then again, that would mean having to buy that version's DLC, because Remastered actually came with the DLC. And I'll tell you the truth, I wanted to play that game for years, and I did not play it until I got myself a PS5. And it took me a bit of time before I decided to actually try it and spend more time on it. So yeah. Now, sadly I did not record this. I was playing the PlayStation 3 version of it. I've had a moment where I accidentally solved the puzzle when not all the lights were green. Like, like one of the lights wasn't green yet, and it somehow counted as solved. So yeah, we already got the bolt that's up here. We can at least get both of the gold bolts during our first visit to the planet. And that's the camera having a moment. Now I applied the brightness through the settings, and supposedly it's going to give me more frames because the filter was actually causing the frames to drop. But yeah. Oh, you know what? I played this game for quite a few months now, or a little over a year even, and I never knew that was there. I never knew that little thing was there. Those things will always spawn those robots, and I never checked. Speaking of which, we also gonna have some other enemies to deal with. Now, I might as well show off the sand mouse now, like again. I'm going to tell you, we're not going to be able to get the skill point for this planet until much later. Let's go into our gadgets and turn on the Sonic Summoner. This will at least summon the sand mouse. I'm going to tell you, these are nothing like the Zircon in later games. These things are, like, sure, they will blow stuff up, but even looking at them funny will make them disappear. And I don't know what caused them to randomly disappear at points. Their bullets are absolutely strong. They can tear stuff up. Like you just give them an inch, they go a mile. The problem is, they take one hit and like they could be hit by absolutely nothing at all, and somehow it will count as them blowing up. And it's because of this that makes this one skill point that I'm going to be going for a living hell. Because all you need to worry about is connecting the paths. But fortunately, the tanks will respawn upon re-entry to this planet at least. And I will tell you this, you only need to destroy each tank once with the sand mouse. And we'll get to that as soon as we come back to this planet with the required things we need. Heck, the sand mouse cannot be shot at like shot at for a bit, and it can just die on its own. Like, this is probably the longest I've had this sand mouse going into combat. Now, why is this thing here? That's because, yeah, look, it didn't even get into combat by anything. It got destroyed by this tree. Like, it came into collision with this tree, which I say nuts to that. It came into collision with other stuff, and it's just... Seriously, it can be looked at funny. It can just blow up for no reason. And I don't know why. Like, it is so weak. The Sonic Summoner is probably one of the least talked about things about this game. Unless you're bringing up the skill point, and then people would probably just have issues with getting the skill point and me dying. Well, at least it gave us a shortcut. I'll take it. I'll take that. So yeah. Never underestimate a rocket launcher's sheer splash damage. Like, when you have a rocket launcher, you want to have fun with its splash damage. Let me look at my quick select. You know what? I never applied the mines, so let's actually start using those. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, the very thing that's causing these things to spawn is gone, but yet they were there. Explains to me how and why? There you are. Ugh. Now these the mine throwers allows you to set mines all over the place, and they're really good if you have like enough mooks together to basically blow them up. So yeah, see that tank right there? You want to make sure that it's constantly attacking that tank without being shot at itself. That would count as that tank being destroyed by the sand mouse, and if that's like, because that will be counted, that will mean that you would just have one less tank you have to blow up. Now, we will not be getting this skill point on this visit, simply for the fact that that we need to get to a certain point, and we can't reach that point without without a certain tool we need, or a certain gadget. So we can at least go here. Admittedly, I kind of forgot where to go for a moment. Like, where's the platform? There's supposed to be a pathway here. So yeah, here's our second skill point, and this is going to be the gold bolt, and this is going to be the only existence of a gold bolt being collected in this Let's Play with the sand mouse on. Who knows? Maybe someone else has gotten the sand mouse in their gold bolts. Look, nothing hit it, and it still blew up. So yeah, man, I've never seen the frame rate. So yeah, I'm showing you what the process of getting that sand mouse back every time will look like, and that's if you're not taking the shortcut. The shortcut will take you back to the last point, the last point you need just to expedite the trip. But yeah, you're constantly going to be going back and forth a lot, all because the sand mouse just basically was realizing that it existed the wrong way, and it just needed, and it was repenting by blowing itself up. Just, like, you are not Mr. Zircon. I've played Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, The Zircon are actually durable and can actually get quite a number of shots in before deciding, hey, I must die now. But, like, all on its own. Like, this thing is utter paper. And it was such utter paper that it actually angered me. I don't know if you need to get them all in one visit, but if the last one doesn't get blown, doesn't, like if the skill point doesn't pop and such, that probably means I do need to get them all in one visit. Now, be aware that this is probably something I should have talked about in part 1. Early bolts need the player to constantly move the stick up and down as Ratchet goes up and down. And as you see that little, like, ferry right there, that ferry is what we're going to be taking to get back home. So, yeah. But if in case I do need to blow up all the tanks in one visit, be thankful there's not that many tanks that need to be blown up. So, yeah. It blew up on nothing. It didn't touch anything. Nothing shot it. It just decides to blow up on its own. Like, does it have a timer that's completely random? Ugh. And what you see there is something we don't have yet. Good luck using it on the PlayStation Vita version.
Blasted thing, it won't budge. I've tried everything I know short of nuclear weaponry. No, never mind.
Well, you tried. See ya.
Not so fast, soldier. You're going into that compound even if I have to throw you. Aha! That ventilation shaft leads to the turret platform. Soldier, find a way to use that shaft to infiltrate the compound undetected. You've shown bravery by making it this far, soldier. And for that, I reward you. I intercepted this communique that you might find useful. Take it. I'm off to find my battalion. Good luck.
Hello once again, fellow blog. I hope this message finds you well. As many of you know, our home planet is no longer habitable. We've abandoned our factories, our laboratories, and our happy lives because of the encroaching pollution, leaving much behind. Fortunately, the nearby planets will supply us with all we need to create our new home, which is nearing completion. Once our scientists locate the ideal orbit, our new world will be perfect. So reserve your space now. Prime locations are filling up fast. Good day.
Now do you understand why we must stop him? He won't rest until he has destroyed every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah? Well, I got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger than the galaxy?
Well, different fish anyway. Look, didn't that commando guy say we could get into that compound?
Yes, by using the ventilation shaft. But we will need something special to walk on that.
Fine, let's get going then. We'll come back later.
You will need a pair of Gadgetron Magna boots to traverse this ventilation shaft. Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect any Magna boots on this planet.
So yeah, we need the Magna boots, and that planet is going to be a planet we're going to be visiting more than once. There's a lot of planets in this game that we're going to be visiting more than once, and this is your little shortcut back and forth between things. Eventually, basically you're going to use it to basically go back and forth between that part and this part, and it's going to make your trek to try to get that last particular 2 tanks without the 3 tanks. Whatever. We actually have 2 places that we can go to. One does not require any of the fortunately this one does not require any sort of Magna boots, but this one's going to take some time. We need the Magna boots from here, so we're going to go to Gaspar first. And Gaspar has a skill point that requires us to basically destroy every last every last Blarg ship. And we're gonna go that way first. This is probably one of my least favorite planets, simply because of the lack of checkpoints. Like, there's a lot of growing pains with this first game. And one of my least favorite things about this first game, of course, is the fact that you're not going to have any checkpoints. So, now that we're here, let's go to the shop, and we have the Walloper. It's meant to be a close-range, forward thrusting weapon. Probably not the best weapon, per se, but it doesn't have any ammo, so punch away. Yep, you have a giant metal fist. So, let's go to our quick select. I'm going to be using the Walloper a little bit more, but, so yeah, this is the Walloper. Basically, if you don't want to swing, you can just forward punch. It's really good for lessers, but, be careful on how you use it. But, we're going to go this way first. Because the reason why I'm not going to, Gaspar is simply because Gaspar is going to take a bit more time for this particular recording, so let's start swinging, because you're going to start swinging a lot. You see those little blarg ships? We're going to be destroying them all. This is where not only one of the skill points and one of the trophies are, but also where one of the bolts are. Wrong. There we go. So, how do you destroy these things? There are many ways to destroy it. And that's one of them. Basically, when you destroy their anchor, you destroy them, and it goes sinking into the lava. Do the same with this one. Now, there's nothing wrong with destroying the environment if you have not done the glitch. But I don't really need to, simply because of the fact that I've done the glitch and such. Like, I know this area is, like, easy. It should be easy to reach if you can find a way to get there, but if you can destroy it from afar, well, there you go. Oof. Just remember your long jumps. Those will help you. Didn't mean to do that, but it did get the job done. So, yeah. I'm gonna wallop the heck out of them. Now, it's always good to take a look at your surroundings, make sure you don't miss anything. And I thought there was something up there. I think it's a good thing I also turned up the brightness for this capture, because it was getting pretty dark. I might have to turn up the brightness for the earlier parts because of how dark it is. It's just, if there's one thing I wish, like, games of this era would have had, was gamma correction, in case you were using S-Video. Now, I'm pretty sure as soon as I probably get my hands on, like, some component cables and a way to play with those, I'm sure I will not have much of a problem. Personally, I have not found a good enough HDMI converter that basically does not have any sort of compromises. I'm looking for one that captures in 60 and doesn't mess with my tech. Because the Hyperkin one actually messed with my USB ports. Like, it actually made them stop functioning. Now, you don't need the Devastator to destroy these things, but they do destroy them pretty well. Ugh. Nothing's more satisfying than swinging in this game, but you're not going to miss the days where you had to actually equip the swing shot. Because sure, you'll have that freedom, and I'm pretty sure that's their experience with the swing shot in Ratchet Clank was why Insomniac felt comfortable with swinging in Spider-Man. But boy, having to equip it, yeah. So, why would you want to use the D-pad? Like, well, one of the reasons is for the fact that you can make precise movement a non-issue. Here's me figuring out I have to probably take a different way to get to the get to one of the Blarg ships. Okay. Okay, now will my rocket reach this far? Would you look at that? I'm gonna check the area just in case. Because I know the... Oh gosh, oh, no, nah. Oh, wait, no. No! Ratchet! Oh. Oh. Well, I'm stuck here now. I don't think I was supposed to go here. Well, the ships stay gone at least. I'll see you back there. Now that we're back here, you wanna know what I don't miss? Not having the game not pausing when I need to basically shoot down a when I need to change weapons. I think this is the one that's like close to ground level. Because we need to destroy that one anyway, simply because of just, it was in my way. Now, there's actually 3 of these things up here. Actually, no, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think there's like 1 more over there. Oh, nope, we got it. It earns us a trophy. And here is one of our gold bolts here. And, well, next gold bolt we need to do is, well, on the other side of the planet. There's actually a shortcut to the end of the planet. This pathway is not only to basically reward you with a gold bolt, but also to reward you with a skill point. And it's probably one of the easier skill points to earn, simply because the objective is simple. Now, if you were to play this game for the first time and didn't have any knowledge of the skill points, be aware that that's kind of why you have to... And that's kind of why you have to, you kind of have to basically, okay, if you weren't aware of the skill points and you beat the game, in New Game Plus, that's how you will unlock a menu that will tell you about all the skill points. These skill points can be earned before the end of the game and such. So let's talk about another skill point we can get here, and we can get this one like around the start of the planet. You go into here and you can start firing away and start telling these little critters to back off. But let's talk about the real reason why you'd want to use this. And it's not about progression. We need to destroy 5 ships. It's another one of the destroy ships trophies. That's 2. That's 3. Sometimes the ships can take a while to appear. Some of the shoot down this many ships things trophies or skill points can be a bit of a pain, simply because of the way because of the pathing of these ships. This is the real reason why you want to use this. You want to open that pathway. But okay, I'm gonna have to put a flashing lights warning before we get into this. As soon as the last one appears, come on. I know you're around here. There. And we just need to destroy a 5th one. The problem is that, like, there could be a chance that you could not be able to shoot down any ships, because the ships will stop appearing, or you miss them just barely, or they're just out of your pathways. Ugh. Where the heck's the last one? Because some of them can take a while to appear because of they're... Ugh. Because of the pathfinding. Come on. We're already almost 30 minutes into this recording. Where's that last one? And you need to use the turret. You cannot use a different gun we're going to get later. Yep, there we go. There's the skill point. Ugh, gosh, these things. There are so many ankle biters in this series. And in this game, they're the most dangerous simply because you have so little HP. That pathway over there, that's the end of the road. We are near the beginning of the planet again. Nope. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Yeah. Well, at the very least, we start here. Okay. Get off of me. What do you want, Zoe? What do you want? Oop, that was my medicine bag. Where? What, Zoe? What do you want? Okay, you're just gonna go turn around and go back. Sorry. I love my cat. My freaking cat, Zoe. Like, she just loves to just get on the bed. Like, every time I wake up, she just gets on top of me and she just demands nothing but my attention. She just, like, literally loafs on top of me, and I'm like, really, Zoe? I need to get started with the day. Oh. Yeah, let's destroy that. And then destroy this. Oh, oh. Sweep him. Just do the sweeping method. That's what you want to use your flamethrower for, sweeping. Because sweeping flamethrower is a good flamethrower. Ugh. Oh no. Come on. Okay, that's what the Walloper is for. Dispatching of those things. Punt the explosive ball, okay? Oh gosh. Sometimes you just need to use a blunt object to get past. Like, it's no hammer, it's no magic punch, but it can be useful. I will defend the Walloper. Pow! Right in the kisser. There we go. Ugh. So now we're getting into the real meat and potatoes about this. Now we have to clear all the missions to get this next gold bolt. All the skill points, like, we've already taken care of all the skill points here. We don't have to worry about those. But now we're talking about some really brutal stuff about this planet. This place is armed to the teeth. So, yeah. So, might make light. But now I'm down to 1 HP, which, this is not good. Gosh, where's a help, where's a nanotech box when I need it? Because guess what's in the next room? Oh gosh. I'm so scared to approach the next room because checkpoints. It's the moment they get you. Also, can you explain to me why certain weapons just can't blow up these boxes? Ugh. I pressed triangle too early. Let's see. I want to say that's like the map to this place. Ah, gosh. Like, if you can't deal them from a close, you gotta deal with them from afar. But fortunately, we have acquired our next weapon. Or, no, gadget. Gadget. Because it's right here.
Now this is cool.
Now we have the pilot's helmet. This is one of those gadgets that are more or less like a key item. But now we have all the missions cleared on this planet. The problem is that you cannot view missions being cleared unless you're in your ship, and I don't get why. Because if we go into our gadgets, well, we have the pilot's helmet, and we can actually start using the ships. This will come in handy for later planets, but now we must go into there. Because guess what? We got quite the tricky gold bolt to get. Probably one of the hardest gold bolts to get, period. Gosh. And you can see why. This place, if you thought the last place was a bit of a nerve-wrack, well, look at this place. There are troops. There are Blarg troops everywhere. A lot of them. And if it's not Blarg troops, well, it's these guys. So you kind of just, if you want to get through, you kind of just need to punch right through them. Ugh. Also, those little rocks right there, those are hot. Those are actually really hot. Ugh. Be careful around this area. There's enemies everywhere. Ugh, haha. I am pretty darn nervous. Because that's why. You have very little HP, and there's a lot of enemies here. Of course! At least you start here. But I will see you when we get inside that area, and then we will call it a wrap after I get that next gold bolt. So, back in a moment. Ugh. Punch him in the throat. Punch. 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 Okay, that's bad. Punch. Oh, that's worse. How did that not make the jump? How did that not make... Oh gosh, this sucks. He shot down his own comrade. Excuse me? Gosh, I have very little ground to protect myself with. I really don't like when this place, like, withholds like they withhold HP from you. Ay. Just gotta pick him off. One by one. I don't know if the area is safe enough. Ah! Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh! Oh! Okay. Nope, there's one more over there. I think that's all of them. I think that is all of them. Okay. And that is the last one. The last one for this planet, at least. So yeah, we're all done with what we need to do here. I'm not kidding. We're not going to see this planet again for this Let's Play. Unless we reach the bonus video. So, yeah, let's do the outro here. If you want to donate, there are a couple links in the description below, and the amount helps. If you want to follow this channel or if you want to follow this Let's Play and any others like it, it's just the click of the subscribe button and the bell and you'll be on your way. But you don't have to if you don't want to. I hope you're taking really good care of yourself, and I shall now bid you adieu.